Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
This episode is made possible by PwC. Businesses today face countless risks that could come from almost anywhere. Now, you can stay ahead of the game with our risk management products and proactively manage threats before they become risks. At PwC, it adds up to the new equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com. That's riskproducts.pwc.com.
Vroom is the better way to buy and sell used cars. Looking for your next ride? Go to Vroom.com now to shop thousands of cars right from your phone. Not only can you buy a car on Vroom.com, but you can also sell or trade in your old car too. When you buy a car on Vroom, they'll deliver it straight to you. If you sell your car to Vroom, they'll come pick it up, free of charge. No more driving around, getting appraisals you aren't sure are fair. No more dealing with flaky direct buyers. Not with Vroom. Sell or trade in your car with Vroom and try out your new ride for a full week to make sure it's right for you. Go to Vroom.com now to get an instant offer on your used car. Don't wait. Vroom. It's the better way to buy and sell used cars. So head over to Vroom.com now to see what your current ride is worth and check out thousands of cars to find your next one. That's Vroom.com. Vroom.com.
This episode is made possible by PwC. When you put the right tech in the hands of the right people, good things happen. It powers change. It accelerates innovation. It keeps you a step ahead. Our community of solvers brings the right tech to drive real results. It all adds up to the new equation. Learn more at thenewequation.com.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Welcome to Gen Exhausted. I'm Chris.
I'm Rich.
I'm Jess.
Oh, we almost hit the post, damn it. Anyway. We are back. Maui's not. We'll get to that later. But, you know who else is back? Trump indictments are back. What is this? Installment number, 12? I think it's actually 4?
Oh, I thought it was his 5th.
Right?
This indictment is about saying that there was election fraud in Georgia. Correct? I'm understanding that?
Yes.
Correct?
And they're trying to get him on racketeering because reasons. Like they're using his, what is it they said, what was it, 12 tweets, I think I read, that they're using as their basis for it.
So, what? Okay. Then why was Stacey Abrams not indicted? Because she ran for governor and she lost, and she walked around saying that she was the governor and that it was stolen from her. And she did that for months. So why would she not be? Why is it just Trump being indicted for this?
Because she's on the right team. I feel that's the answer for most questions we ask on this show.
All right. I mean, okay, yeah, you can go down that route. The other route is strictly fucking playing the lawyer. I don't have a side. I'm just here to win because I'm a piece of shit. Taking that stance and looking at this, they're probably going to go, what the fuck did Miss Abrams say that sparked violence in any capital, let alone the nation's capital? That's the difference. That's what will be fucking trotted out.
I do believe she actually called for violence during the summer of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
If you call for violence and no one commits violence, is it a crime? It depends on who wants to prosecute you. We just had this conversation literally 2 minutes before we started recording. I truly believe the reason that Trump is being tried in Georgia is because Georgia is, from the outside, well, that's pretty much a Republican state, but it's got some pretty good fucking Democratic strongholds in it. And if they can get a jury from those areas, well, take it from there. If I have to connect the dots for you, you got bigger problems than fucking connecting dots.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
sorry about that.
Hey, we'll wait. Oh, sorry.
No, I silenced it. My apology. Anyway.
You know how I feel. Here it's the latest episode of the Roadrunner and the Coyote. This time the Coyote bought himself a pair of rocket roller skates. he's going to get the Roadrunner now. Like,
he has 91 charges against him. 91.
And if we're going to talk about politicians who've made calls to violence, and violence has actually came from it, if Trump is the bar with which we're going to weigh everybody against, who's that leather-faced hag who called for fucking more violence in the streets in the summer of love?
Was
it Maxine Waters?
Waters, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Literally.
Wasn't she the one? Was she the one that said violence is the language of the unheard? Was that her?
Ding, motherfucking ding.
Yep.
I don't know. Here's the deal. Let's just look at, instead of going, wow, yeah, it's, and sticking our hands in our pocket and acting like we're on fucking King of the Hill and doing what we do and shuffling our feet and staring at it for fucking 10 minutes while we shuffled along with this subject, why don't we actually fucking, like, do we realize, does everybody on this fucking podcast understand this is happening because they are afraid of Trump? And I see no reason for anyone to be afraid of Trump, because what really happened while Trump was in office?
Exactly.
He skipped the line. That's all that happened.
He hadn't even announced he was getting in line in the first place. Motherfucker parachuted in. He came from, it was an open air arena, and he come floating fucking in like Fan Man at fucking some WWE event or some shit. I mean, that's what, and it's like, okay, cool, great, wonderful. So he come in, he subverted the fucking political process. He subverted all the fucking checks and balances that the politicians themselves have put into place, and you hate him for that.
Right. He showed you some flaws in your system,
and you're willing to tear apart this fucking country and pit one half of this country against the other just because you're pissed off about that. And why are you people voting for any of these people? Stop dodging my question and attacking me for asking the question, and answer the fucking question.
I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I have heard talk this next election cycle. There's already a handful of third party people that have been mentioned, but I mean, realistically, do they have any shots? I've heard, who have I heard? What's his name? Cornel West. I was saying, God, looks like Questlove's grandpa. Cornel West. I don't think Bernie's going to run again. Marianne Williamson's going to run again. That should go. Gets her own party.
I like Cornel West. Cornel West seems like the type of dude I can sit down with and have an actual conversation with, and we could get someplace, even though we don't agree on, I'm going to say probably about half of our fucking viewpoints on shit that I've seen him at least talk about. But let's be honest, he has a snowball's chance in hell of being fucking taken seriously on a presidential run. Same thing with RFK Jr. Nothing against the guy. I understand a lot of people like him because he's standing up and speaking and blah, 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 blah. Jesus fucking Christ. We won't even elect a bald president. Closest we can get is Biden, and he's got the worst comb over since Trump. So we're going to elect someone who's got that paralyzed vocal cord shit. This is, please.
I mean, hell, when's the last time we elected a fat president? I mean,
exactly.
Christie ain't getting elected.
How many fucking decades has it been? Has it been more than a century worth of decades since we elected a president with fucking facial hair? I mean, the stupidest reasons are why we will and won't fucking elect presidents. And the very stupid reason is, well, it's because it's just Republicans and Democrats. That's just how it is. But that's just how it is. And everybody knows that.
Yeah. But I mean, so it's a catch-22 at this point. Because if you do vote for someone who is not Republican or Democrat, then it really doesn't do anything, because everyone else is or the majority is of the mentality of you have to vote Republican or Democrat.
Okay, so if the question has been answered whether third party is viable, and the answer is no, then you have to decide, why should I vote? And at that point, I'm voting strictly on self-interest. I'm trying to make my life as comfortable as possible until I die, and I'm trying to put off the end of the fucking collapse of the American empire, at least until 5 minutes after I take my last breath, because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to my world. It's pretty much been my mindset for the last few years. You guys have fun with this. I'll be doing my thing, taking care of me and my people. It's pretty much kind of how I've kind of started viewing it.
And I can't blame you. Dude, we were raised not to be that way. We were raised explicitly to be the antithesis of that. And then we get to adulthood, and because the generation behind us threw a big enough temper tantrum, everybody just said, give the babies their bottle and let them have their way. And now we all have to think that way. Now we all have to think in this tribal bullshit. Me and my people. Who the fuck are my people?
I mean, my definition is the people I choose to keep around in my life. That's my people.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's a definition that you just say that without going into fucking detail, which people do not have the tolerance or the fucking attention span for these days. And immediately they're going to be like, what you mean, your people? That sounds a lot like some beer hall talk, Adolf.
Well, what are we supposed to? And that'd be like, what? We're all supposed to count now, right? That's what we've been taught the last decade. Got to make sure we got enough of everybody.
I mean, here's the thing. Let's just stop with the wow. This isn't the way. The world isn't the way we would really like it to be. Okay, cool, fine. Let's hold our own feet to the fire and do what we said we were going to do when we started this show. What, 2 years ago now? Whatever the fuck it's been, I can't even remember. And like, let's just be real with it. If you can't, if voting third party is not an option, then we need to stop sitting here every week and fucking acting like it is and boo-hooing and bemoaning the fact that it's never, that, you know, there's never any fucking viable third party candidate. So that now I guess the question is, do you do what you do, Chris, which is, fuck it, then I'm going to vote for me and mine, and look at it like how I kind of laid it out. Like, to me, the only reason to vote is for selfish reasons at this point. There's no reason to vote for the greater good. There's no reason to vote for a community because we don't have a community anymore. There's no community in this country.
Yet there's all this talk of communities, right? Which is hilarious and ironic.
Well, yeah, because it's
the so-and-so community, the blank community.
Yeah, the fuck, oh my God, if you play a video game, you know, the Fortnite community has, no, it's not a community. It's mostly fucking children and neckbeards. Hold on. I said mostly children and neckbeards who've only touched titties they paid for. Hey, mostly.
Hey, we're part of the podcast community.
Once again, yeah.
I'm still offended. I'm still sitting over here highly offended. I think there are some very respectable people that play Fortnite. Thank you.
I didn't say there weren't. I said it's just mostly. When you say, once again, you say
playing it right now, aren't you?
What do people think?
You're talking shit about my community right now, and I don't
my community. See, here we go. But no, seriously. I mean, fuck it. If the political is personal, then let's all put our fucking dirty laundry on Front Street and show our fucking shit stains on our big ass granny panties to the neighbors. And here's the deal: if you're gonna force me to give a fuck, it ain't gonna work the way you think it's going to work, you blue-haired dumbass. I'm not gonna fucking fall in the line with your way of thinking because you're forcing me to be someplace I don't want to be in the first place. So it makes you think I'm gonna fucking be open to anything that is coming from these so-called progressives who are trying to force politics and have successfully done so into every single thing in this country.
It's amazing how people so against authoritarianism love their tactics so much.
It's just because authoritarians know no fucking ideology. They just go with whatever's fucking easiest for them to go with because they're authoritarians. They just want power. That's their ends that justify the means. And they'll use anything and anybody they can to get to it. It's the true believers that I feel sorry for because them dumbasses, they really believe this shit. Chris, come on, how many times have we talked about it? How idealistic and idiotic we were when we fucking met. And we were both, barely in our 20s?
Yep. I joke with my nephew all the time, like, you still think politicians can do something for you. You'll learn. It's 19.
Oh, I really thought that Gen Z was like, they were coming into this already knowing that the politicians could do nothing for them.
The ones I know are, seriously, there is no, I mean, granted, I don't know a whole lot of, don't hang out with a whole lot of 20-year-olds, but I mean, I'm just saying, I know a few, and politics is way off of that group's like front burner, even more so than the group that I hung with. And I hung with some politically oblivious people back in my late teens and early 20s. I mean, people that made no sense. I love Ronald Reagan, but I'm a registered Democrat. What? And you're 18. How do you have such strong feelings about people that were in power when you were, 2? Anyways.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I Gen Z is going to get a lot of fucking flack because they're the up and coming generation, and if it keeps going with the millennials like it has been, Gen Z is the millennials Gen X. So that's going to be that generation's whipping post, and I'm already seeing it because they're like, yeah, we ain't going to have shit. We're going to work to the day we die. There's going to be no fucking Social Security. We don't even know how there's Social Security still now. Blah, blah. And I'm just like, wow, this sounds... Chris knows. I'm like, this sounds like everybody I grew up with.
Yeah,
man.
It sounds like us.
Like, literally, it's the same shit. Just put a digital spin on it.
But you know what's funny is I'm seeing, our baby boomers going to use all the Social Security? And I remember my parents reading articles about, is the greatest generation going to use all Social Security?
That's funny. I just had a debate with one of my sisters about that. About, we're never going to see Social Security. I was like, how long? How long are they going to be able to keep saying that?
Right.
Because maybe.
It's funded by your tax. As long as there's taxpayers, Social Security will be around.
Right. But also, it's not, the whole thought process is that it's going to run out because there's more people drawing on it than people putting in on it, which makes sense. I get that.
Yeah, but you guys got to look at it from this point of view. When societies are getting ready to collapse, or in the process of the free fall of the free fall part of the collapsing process, if you will, they are going to, and this is just what happens time and time again. They start cutting support off to the people who can attack the state and the empire the least. So it's going to be. And historically, that's what? Old people and children. So I'm not saying that Social Security will ever run out, but you need to look at Social Security as the canary in the fucking coal mine, people. If they ever do cut it to the point where it's non-existent, or they just fucking get rid of it altogether, and then you just see an entire generation of older people going, we don't know what to do, shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
You need to understand that. Do we need to go over, because we do it every week, and I mean I could skip a week with this one. Do we need to go over how many motherfuckers got children in their crosshairs right now in this country and in our society for whatever reasons? So what did I say? Who are the two most fucking vulnerable groups?
Old people and children.
Yeah.
There you go. Keep an eye on that.
Sorry.
Those are your canaries in the coal mine, folks.
I was eating a piece
Not
of
that hard. Not that hard. Pick up a book, read some history, apply it to what you know about humans, and apply it to modern day. Not that hard.
Well, part of the conversation, this is a little bit off topic, part of the conversation that I was having that brought up the bit about the Social Security running up was we were talking about inflation and what people on a fixed income are supposed to do with inflation, because what they paid in, it's not like we get extra just printed for inflation, right? The printing is saved for Ukraine. So whenever you have inflation, whenever you have the cost of everything going through the roof, people who are retired are screwed, Well, they used to, I don't know how often and how frequently, or that's the same fucking thing. Anyways, I don't know how often they do go back and make adjustments, but I thought there was supposed to be cost of living adjustments, inflation adjustments to the social programs. Here's my guess. If they do happen, they're not keeping up with the fucking rate of inflation. No.
And all the bullshit that's going on for the last 3 years.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's something like I think so far they've gotten right at a 3% cost of living adjustment, and that is not how much the cost of living has increased.
No. I mean, the White House is willing to admit, 7% earlier this year. Mm-hmm. That's what they were willing to admit. It's like asking a guy it's like asking a guy who knows that you'll never see his dick. How big's your dick? He's adding an inch and a half. You know it.
26 inches soft.
There you go. Exactly. But no, I mean, because think about it. If you want something done for federal programs, you better do it now if you want it to take effect in 5 years. And that's if everything goes smoothly. And it's the federal government, baby. It does not go smoothly.
Hold on. How much did you say that the White House has admitted to for inflation?
Wasn't it earlier this year when they were like, well, inflation was at its worst in the last X amount of time at 7%? It was like, so that's the highest number I've heard.
I've just Googled myself and kind of shot myself in the foot with the previous point I made about how they do not adjust for cost of living enough. But in 2022, they adjusted at 8.7% for cost of living. So if inflation...
2022, so what I'm saying... Okay, but in 2022, once again, what I'm saying is, did they put that into motion in 2022 and it take effect in 2022? Or is this something that, we passed it in 2022, and by the time we get done implementing it, 5 to 10 years from now...
Oh, no, it comes into effect for 2023. They put it in it was released that they were going to raise or give a Social Security raise, I think is what it's called, of 8.7% for cost of living. They said that December 2022, taking effect in 2023. So if inflation is only 7%, why are we adjusting Social Security 8.7%?
I mean, it is very possible that I'm getting those numbers confused, and I might be thinking of another number. I have no idea.
I'm just saying that I think that's kind of a show of their hand.
Hold on a second here. Let me see. I think, there we go. Since 2020, inflation is up 18.1%.
What?
I'm saying you're talking year over year numbers. It's like, these numbers sound small.
18.1?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to drop my 7% thing. I swear to God, we talked about it because and maybe it was last year, maybe it was 2022, maybe it wasn't earlier in 2023. I don't know, but I swear we talked about it, and it was like, because I'm having complete fucking deja vu of this conversation with Chris going, well, wait a minute, we're talking about the year-by-year numbers. You add it all together, it's a lot higher than that. I clearly remember having that conversation.
No, we did. You're absolutely right. So what they do and what happens is I Googled the highest inflation since 2020. I have not seen a number higher than 7%. I do know that, right? But whenever I Google this, I get 391 million results. Right, given it my little top screen on my Google. There are what is the highest inflation since 2020? 391 million results. They throw these numbers at us because we're saying inflation's killing us. There's so much inflation. Printing all this money is causing too much inflation. And they're like, no, it's not. It's only at 4%. And we're like, no, okay, but like the cost of food is too much. The cost of energy is too much. The housing costs are too much. And they're like, nope, inflation's only gone up 3%, and they keep saying these things over and over and over and over again until everyone's kind of stopped. We've all been beaten down with it so much that then they're just like, oh, by the way, inflation, man, it's up 18%. I swear they do that to keep us just pacified.
Yeah, because the average for the 3 years is 5.71. Yeah, so it's 6% a year, but compounded, it's 18% since 2020.
But they were not saying 6%. That is not what they were saying for inflation prices. They were saying it was 3, 2, that it wasn't even above, like we were under average. Y'all remember we've talked about
that was at the beginning.
Also remember, it was, this is just transitory inflation.
Yes, that bullshit.
And it wasn't that much at the beginning. I've only been doing this show with you guys for a year. And these are conversations I remember having.
No, it's been a little bit over a year. You're right, and
actually, a year and a half-ish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, but this is how I look at it these days. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't look at it this way. But when people ask me, like what you just said, like they tell us, oh no, it's 3%, it's 2%. And people get so tired of hearing it, and they just go, okay, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And then they release, well, actually, it was 18% since 2002, blah, blah, or whatever the fuck. That type of tactic, you're a parent. If you just want your kids to shut the fuck up and do what they're fucking told, would you use that type of tactic on them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm not awful, or I try not to be.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
You get what I'm getting at.
Absolutely, I do. Yes.
So, and when you know history, when you've had so many peeks behind the curtain when it comes to power that we've had in our lifetimes alone, probably more than any other fucking group of people in a 40, 50-year span. We have had more peeks behind the fucking curtains. Like, immediately proof, not hearsay. Because we have cameras and we have digital footprints and we got all this other shit these days. And people still, no, that's all conspiracy theory. No, that's not what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
No, so, and because I said that to you, because I called you a conspiracy, because I said that you even brought up something, or when you were taking a piss, one of your balls brushed against a conspiracy theory, or worse, someone who once looked at a conspiracy theory, now I can dismiss everything you say out of hand and I never have to address it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem here. That's the problem here. And I'm just going, really? You, like, people, I have friends who are diehard fucking lefties who hate corporations. Hate them. Like, with a passion. And I'm just like, you know the history of what corporations have done. You know what corporations have done and who they've gotten in bed with to increase their bottom line profits. You talk about it constantly. Yet because Disney puts a movie out that has a gay couple kiss in the background, and it's a Star Wars movie, you'll defend Disney and their practices till your dying breath? Mm-hmm. It's madness. Sorry. Anyways.
So we got way off on this one, but
yeah, didn't mean to drag it off. Well, okay, here's my question once again. Is this the charges? Is Georgia the charges coming out of Georgia? Are these the ones that it's going to be like, put some pep in your step, go after them? Because I think Georgia's actually crazy enough to try to throw Trump in fucking prison.
Ooh, there was even a story. They're like, they're all going to be booked at Fulton County Jail. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know that hot Atlanta is, New York and the South and all this woo-woo and all this bullshit. And that's what people like to think of it. But all of Georgia ain't Atlanta.
No, it is not.
No, Georgia,
ever seen Deliverance?
Wow. Marjorie Taylor Greene is Georgia.
Yes, She's
elected in Georgia.
That bitch looks like a troll doll that someone combed her hair down. Like, seriously, look a picture up of her. She looks like a troll doll that someone slicked her hair down. Sorry, go ahead.
I will never look at her the same ever again now because I didn't need to look at her picture. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, here's the deal. She's a politician. I don't give a fuck about the bitch one way or the other. I'm just saying what she looks like.
I mean, fair. But no, they, yeah. I don't think anything's going to come out of any of this. I think it was Kevin McCarthy, the speaker. I'm pretty sure he was the one who said, I think he tweeted it. Either tweeted it or I saw it on a clip. But he said something along the lines of, all that's happening right now is the current administration going after their opponent and setting the precedent for if you want to challenge or go after the person currently standing, then you may be risking yourself to go broke paying lawyer fees and going to jail. That's the precedent that we're setting right now. Because if we could have gotten Trump on anything, if there was anything substantial, he would have been in jail.
And you kind of missed this during the pre-show talk, but Chris and I were kind of back and forth some shit. And when it comes to Trump in Georgia, I get the feeling that basically people who were very, very, very interested in bringing charges against Trump and the federal government pretty much took a look at all the fucking states and everybody and said, who's got the best shot of actually getting a conviction? Boom, run with it. Mm-hmm. And it's Georgia. And like I said, there's reasons for it. Because you can claim, well, Georgia's not exactly a blue state. Yeah, but if you, like I was saying, if you pull some strings and you get a jury picked from a blue county or area, that, let's be honest here, that area is going to have a different jury pool than if you go outside of those blue strongholds in the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but if I'm Trump's lawyer, I got my reasonable doubt already that nonsense with the charges getting posted and then unposted or whatever before the official indictment.
Yep.
Here's the deal. I've given up trying to figure out what the fuck the law is anymore. It seems like the law is whatever the fuck you can get away with and convince a judge to agree with. And that's not hard and fast. That's not black and white. That's not the scales of justice. That's a fast-talking car salesman. So I don't know. I have no idea. You tell me. That's news to me.
Oh, about it being posted?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the truth. That really happened. They posted his charges, and before it was announced and printed that he was being indicted before the grand jury was done with it.
Yeah, a list of charges accidentally got posted on the website. Oops. Yeah.
Does any of this stop him from running for president?
No.
No.
Well, so if he gets convicted, yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only way. And they have September, October. They have 14 and a half months to convict this man before the fucking election.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with the guy who was already rich to begin with and then was the president of the United States, probably has access to enough resources to delay. Like, I think, Rich, you've talked about this, to just fucking keep stalling everything till he dies.
I mean, that's what I'm just like, at this point, I'm going, I really wish I'd talked to a few friends who are in the law world and gotten some idea about if that would be possible or not.
Well, one of the reasons
I don't know, because
they want to convict him before the election, because if he gets elected, he can pardon himself. He just fucking pardon himself from all these things against him.
I thought that was theoretically he could pardon himself because it had never been tried, so it had never been put to the test as far as going through the court system.
I guess yes, theoretically yes.
I mean, but see, this is okay. This is what I'm talking about. I've checked out on Trump. I don't care, all right? I know that this blows people's minds, but my life is not going to change one bit whether Trump's in office or fucking not. But, like, I have no idea what's going on with him.
Same, honestly. From where I was before and how I stayed caught up with him, absolutely same.
Well, because there's no clear-cut anything. It's all a bunch of, ooh, he's got charges. Ooh, he's got indictments. Ooh, we got some new memes about it. Ooh, someone fucked up on the left, so now the right's got all that same shit, and it's going back. And I'm just going, is anybody going to talk about the practical fucking, like, what is really at stake here? Because I swear to God, this seems like they're dragging him through the mud. They're using the legal system to drag him through the mud to try to fucking, I don't know why, sully his name in the minds of undecided voters. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, who the fuck doesn't know and is undecided about Trump? Idiots.
Yeah.
This isn't someone who's running for president who has never been president, who is a low-level politician somewhere in some fucking, flyover country state. This is someone who was president for fucking 4 years, okay?
Can I ask a question? Whatever happened to the January 6th hearings? Remember they were taking a break and then they were going to finish them? Wasn't that break like a fucking year ago?
Yeah.
You mean those hearings that were never legal? It was all fucking just literally done up like it was a show trial.
I mean, a TV producer literally was putting it together, was the one running.
Yes. None of that had any legal consequences whatsoever.
How much did that cost?
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
Well, I know people, well, of course it had legal consequences. Look what's happening now with Trump. Really? They've had a mad on against the motherfucker for almost a decade now, guys. 2015 is when he officially announced he was making noises back as far back as 2012.
2012 is when that correspondence dinner, right? Where Obama made fun of him.
And that's when it started bubbling up through the fucking grapevine and popping up in places like Howard Stern, places who tend to get well, at least at that point in time. When it came to Donald Trump, they got the fucking the breaking news. Yeah, and on top of it, Trump was talking about running back before the 2000 fucking election. He's talked about running since the 80s, I believe. So, God, I don't know. Just, does it even matter who's president? You're telling me you think Biden runs this country? Oh, so he doesn't. So you're telling me you think Harris runs this country? Oh, so she doesn't. Keep going. Tell me when you get to somebody you think is actually running this fucking country, who's an elected official.
Oh, elected? Oh.
No, they're the ones who can be bought.
I was going to say Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, whoever runs an oil company, whoever's in charge of the biggest bank. I mean, those are the people running the country.
BlackRock and Vanguard.
Yeah.
So they own everything and everyone.
How do we vote? How do we vote? How do we vote for them?
Yeah, you don't.
Every time you order a package from Amazon, you're voting for Jeff Bezos.
Oh, no, I guess I'm not raging against the machine. I'm mildly upset with the system because I haven't had Amazon Plus or anything like that for fucking 3 years. The only thing I've ordered through Amazon since in those 3 years was through somebody else.
Oh, when you use Facebook, account. You're voting for Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, here's my thing about Zuckerberg. Why was he sweating during that fucking congressional hearing? Why was he sitting there staring like with a fucking 1,000-yard stare?
To make sure he said all the right things.
Why did he bend the knee immediately to the Biden fucking bunch when they showed up when he was president? Or not president, excuse me, but on the run up to the 2020 election. If he's running shit, he wouldn't be bending the knee. Motherfuckers would bend the knee for him. So I don't think Zuckerberg's running shit as much as fucking people think he's running shit. I'm just saying. Elon Musk is a lot more of a wild card.
It's true, because when the government came to him during all the COVID nonsense and said, hey, do all this, he could have said, fuck off. It's my company.
Yeah, exactly. Like Apple does. Remember when that iPhone that they were trying to get unlocked because it was pertinent to some fucking case and et cetera, and the FBI went to Apple and Apple was like, nope, we're not unlocking it for you. Sorry. We're the federal government, man. We're Apple.
We're Apple. Yeah.
Motherfucker. You better save that shit for the citizenry who actually are scared of your ass. Yeah. My private police force, even with half of them having the day off, could take your entire fucking public police force. Fuck off and get off my property right now. That's how that conversation goes.
The other thing with Apple is, like, how many of you motherfuckers have we put in power? Shut the fuck up and take our check next election cycle, bitch.
It doesn't even have to get to the point where threats and fucking, and threats of violence are being promised. It's like, no, you know better than to go ask because you don't bite the hand that feeds you. So that's what I'm saying. Like Zuckerberg, I don't think Zuckerberg's running shit like everybody thinks Zuckerberg's running shit.
He needs to write bigger checks.
Whatever, you know what it is? This is pretty fucking sad. I think he's the fucking, in his mind, he will forever be the fucking nerdy kid and the outcast at school. And no matter how much money he has, no matter how much power he has, he's always trying to get in with the cool kids. And for whatever reason, the federal government, being the federal government, we're able to figure this out. And they just, hey, Mark, you really want to be with the cool kids? You want to sit at the cool kid table for a change? I swear to God, I know that sounds stupid, but when you really fucking look and read up on the world, like people who changed the world, people who shaped the world, a lot of it was driven by just nonsense bullshit from their fucking childhood and insecurities like that.
Or maybe he was sitting there the whole time like, please don't look at my taxes. Please don't look at my taxes.
Well, there's that. I mean, there's always hey, we have the smoking gun and you wouldn't do real well in prison even with your fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu fucking classes.
He bailed on the fight? Did you see that? He told Elon when he's serious to let him know.
So never. All right. So next, moving on.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, that was insanity anyway. Whatever. Yeah. But that's what, like, how are you going to bend over and be cucked by the fucking federal government and just be fucking, I mean, straight up just embarrassed and dominated in public by them and then try to play a hard ass? Like, dude, you're the government's bitch.
Right. He's
like homeboy from fucking Half-Baked who Tommy Chong's protecting. Like, Squirrel Master's protecting me. I'm somebody's bitch. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, Nasty Nate's like over there like, yeah, white boy, bend over in the shower.
Oh, well, on that note, I think we've exhausted all that Trump has to offer us this week.
Well,
no?
What? No, but I'm just, what was offered? Has Trump released any type of fucking statement?
Oh, no, they're gag ordering. No, they're gag ordering him.
How can they gag order him when his job is to go out and campaign and talk about this shit?
Because he made the threat on Truth Social, remember? He said the thing about if you come for me, I'm coming for you.
I don't know how that's a threat, first of all.
They have not pulled the trigger on it yet. But they're threatening him with a gag order, so he's not saying anything.
Oh, he did respond to the indictments. Did he say?
I mean, can we not all, go around and say what Trump said? It's a joke. This is a threat to democracy. they're coming after you by going for me.
Let's see, he called it
somebody.
He's called it a witch hunt. He called the Fulton County DA racist and corrupt. He said, what about those indictment documents put out today, long before the grand jury even voted, and then quickly withdrawn? Sounds rigged to me. I mean, like I said, if I'm his lawyer, there's a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, typical Trump, nothing crazy. No new nicknames.
Damn.
Yeah, just calling it politically inspired. They could have took care of it 3 years ago, but they're trying to do it right in the middle of my campaign. Yeah, so
the same old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, it's another episode in the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Ooh, I got him now. And Trump goes, meep, meep. And he's a cloud of dust.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Vroom is the better way to buy and sell used cars. Looking for your next ride? Go to Vroom.com now to shop thousands of cars right from your phone. Not only can you buy a car on Vroom.com, but you can also sell or trade in your old car too. When you buy a car on Vroom, they'll deliver it straight to you. If you sell your car to Vroom, they'll come pick it up, free of charge. No more driving around, getting appraisals you aren't sure are fair. No more dealing with flaky direct buyers. Not with Vroom. Sell or trade in your car with Vroom and try out your new ride for a full week to make sure it's right for you. Go to Vroom.com now to get an instant offer on your used car. Don't wait. Vroom, it's the better way to buy and sell used cars. So head over to Vroom.com now to see what your current ride is worth and check out thousands of cars to find your next one. That's Vroom.com. Vroom.com.
This episode is made possible by PwC. It's getting hot out here. Are you prepared for a more sustainable future? Critical climate challenges require critical thinking. Move from theory to action with a human-led, tech-powered approach that can move the needle on the mercury, but also help you build trust and drive positive change for your business and for our planet. ESG is part of The New Equation. Learn more at thenewequation.com. This episode is made possible by PwC. Risk exists here, there, and everywhere. Whether it's governance, risk management and compliance, cybersecurity, or financial crime prevention, our risk products can help locate and address risks. At PwC, it adds up to The New Equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com.
Vroom is the better way to buy and sell used cars. Looking for your next ride? Go to Vroom.com now to shop thousands of cars right from your phone. Not only can you buy a car on Vroom.com, but you can also sell or trade in your old car too. When you buy a car on Vroom, they'll deliver it straight to you. If you sell your car to Vroom, they'll come pick it up, free of charge. No more driving around, getting appraisals you aren't sure are fair. No more dealing with flaky direct buyers. Not with Vroom. Sell or trade in your car with Vroom and try out your new ride for a full week to make sure it's right for you. Go to Vroom.com now to get an instant offer on your used car. Don't wait. Vroom, it's the better way to buy and sell used cars. So head over to Vroom.com now to see what your current ride is worth and check out thousands of cars to find your next one. That's Vroom.com. Vroom.com.
This episode is made possible by PwC. It's getting hot out here. Are you prepared for a more sustainable future? Critical climate challenges require critical thinking. Move from theory to action with a human-led, tech-powered approach that can move the needle on the mercury, but also help you build trust and drive positive change for your business and for our planet. ESG is part of The New Equation. Learn more at thenewequation.com. This episode is made possible by PwC. Businesses today face countless risks that could come from almost anywhere. Now, you can stay ahead of the game with our risk management products and proactively manage threats before they become risks. At PwC, it adds up to The New Equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com. That's riskproducts.pwc.com.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Well, a cloud of smoke.
Oh, Maui.
Yeah.
Too soon? Yeah.
I mean, yes, but it's 2023.
So, yeah, wildfires in Maui. A lot of it gone. Most of it gone.
Okay, so, Rich, you had said you heard very little about this, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not particularly plugged into the news lately, so.
Well, it's a big news story.
No, I'm aware of it, but I have no idea how it started. The usual suspects are coming out and attaching whatever the issues that they have a hard on about to it, trying to make it about that. That's all I know.
So, something interesting that I have seen with this, and something I've observed through this, is that this story broke, and what basically happened is that Maui caught on fire. There were these wildfires, as well as a hurricane, but there was no rain in this hurricane. So I've heard some people say a hurricane was just passing by, but didn't rain, and it just gave them a lot of winds, and that's what caused the fires to go as crazy as they did. But I haven't seen anything about a hurricane, like, on the Weather Channel. Now, I have not gone and looked. I should have done that, really, before I even started talking about it, but whatever. We're here now. I did hear... Well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. So these fires started, and the people of Maui, who have the biggest alarm system in the United States or in the world, like the alarms, like the siren system, right? None of them went off. And so by the time people knew they needed to evacuate, it was too late. They were told, the people of Maui, and I heard this from Maui's governor, or not the governor, the police chief, that there was a fire and it was contained. And then they lost power. They lost half of the island, or half of the area affected lost cell phone service. The last they had heard was that there was a fire and it had been contained, so that would make perfect sense for any sort of lightly smoky conditions, right? No alarm system went off, and people knew that they needed to start leaving about the time that their house was on fire. Another thing that happened is school was let out, and kids were sent home, but parents weren't necessarily sent home from work. So there were kids in the house. There's one neighborhood that apparently was full of a heavy kid neighborhood, and these kids went home and they had no indication that they needed to leave or try to go anywhere, and they had a large fatality rate there.
Last I heard was 95 people. Has it gone up, or?
It's gone up. Last I heard was 96. Let's see what it is currently. And they are saying that there are hundreds missing.
Now, I mean, forgive my
right now.
Forgive my ignorance, but like, wildfires don't move at the pace of a motherfucking cheetah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that has to be like, I'm imagining fires burning, people being trapped, can't get out, smoke inhalation. You would hope they would die from smoke inhalation before they burned up while they're alive. But I mean,
they're saying these fires traveled, and I just confirmed this, at a mile a minute.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A mile a minute.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I don't know, but see, here's the thing. Like, that sounds fast, but is it?
Yes.
That's 60 miles an hour.
What the
No, I mean, but no. What I'm saying is, when I say is that an average speed for a wildfire to reach under the conditions that this wildfire was burning in, is what I'm getting at.
No. So what the police chief said about it was that he called it a fire hurricane. And he said that's just something that we're having to learn how to navigate due to global warming. So it's a new sort of natural disaster. And I'm throwing all the air quotes around over here. So a fire hurricane.
I don't know what to say to that. That sounds like a spell in a fucking Zelda game.
Right.
So the interesting thing that I have heard, but it's so tragic. It's so tragic. I've heard people talking. I've heard the police chief talking. I've heard they expect the death toll to go up a lot.
Like 106 as of like 2 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that they expect it to go anywhere between 500 upward towards 1,000. There were people that were running, and there's a video, and I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, but there are people in the water with like wetting fabric and putting it over their face because they had to literally flee off of the island and stand in the ocean and then try not to suffocate with the smoke coming at them. And they have the largest alert system. It's an alarm, right? Like the outdoor
allegedly.
Siren system. Yeah, siren system. They have the largest siren system either in the United States or the world on this island. And it did not go off. Why? What the hell? There's no reason. And the governor just happened to be out of town, just so y'all know. He happened to be at a family reunion, not in Hawaii.
See, the only thing I've heard is, like I said, only the crazies in my timeline and the not like crazies and the really out there conspiracy theorists seem to make it through my algorithm and then onto my timeline. But what they're posting is, these fires were set on purpose. This land was burned on purpose because now the federal government and the state of Hawaii are going to come in and seize all that land.
So,
and that's prime real estate because it's Maui land in Hawaii, or land in Maui in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what I heard, and I'm gonna take issue with you a little bit here because I don't think it's just the crazies. I don't think we can call people the crazies now because tell me that it is absolutely insane to say that this could have been some sort of intentional attack. I'm not saying it was. I'm not.
There's a difference. First of all, I'm just gonna let you know right now. You don't want to fucking align yourself with these people. These are people who believe in every single conspiracy theory and post it 24/7. Just because they're right once in a while doesn't mean they're right the rest of the time.
Well, like I said too, I am not saying that this was an intentional attack. That is not what I don't know, and I would not presume to know. But, like, with everything that is going on, with everything that has gone on, I don't know that we can just say that if someone thinks that this was done intentionally and with nefarious reasons attached to it, I don't think that automatically puts you as this sort of thinking as a crazy.
No, I think where your mind goes immediately defines you as crazy.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, here's my first thing, okay? The way you're describing this, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That sounds like a perfect storm of no pun intended, of circumstances coming together and creating a situation that, boom, allowed for these fires to move at this rate. Or haven't we, for like the last, I don't know, handful of years, we had the spy whatever shit floating around above us. We've had the UFOs that have been shot out of the fucking sky and recovered that are technology that's not ours, blah, blah, blah. If you believe that, if you believe the stories and all this, isn't it possible that this is just some fucking like top secret government fucking back and forth between like us and China? And it's just, they're not going to tell us shit about it because they never fucking do until they have to.
That's another thing that I've heard. That maybe we're already in some sort of war and we're trying to cover it up and be like, no, it's just a fire hurricane.
How much shit happened during the Cold War on and off American soil in the name that America committed? So why would it be any different now? But I'm just saying, if your mind goes there first and foremost, I'm like, wow, that's kind of wild. And you're taking some giant leaps of faith without having any fucking substantial proof. But it's a lot better than, it's demons and interdimensional beings. Okay, we're done here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of people that are like, it's so aliens can come and take over because that's the prime area for them to live because they're lizard people and it's warm in that area. And I'm just like, wow, I want to be that high one day.
Dude, NBC News, all right? It's a news organization. It has a reputation. Maui wildfire becomes latest fodder for disaster conspiracy theorists. One of the most outlandish theories is that the fires were caused by a secret energy weapon. It's on NBC News. You don't even have to go to the corners of the internet anymore.
It's a they call it a DEW, a direct energy weapon.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. You know what? Hey, there are a lot of crazy people. Like I said, talking about like, interdimensional beings and lizard people, and the Earth is hollow. It's built. It's like a giant eggshell and all this other crazy nonsense. But like, I get you got to like head them off at the pass. But to me, it reeks of like a guilty conscience for them to come out and be like, "Oh, yeah, it's crazy. It's not the conspiracy theory where it's some sort of crazy energy weapon attack. It's not that." Okay, everybody understand? It's not that. Okay, now let's talk about what it could be. But we know it is not. All right, let's go. So, and it's like, I just want you to understand that if you did that to the police would hold you for questioning. They would consider you a person of interest.
Fair point.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, there was a whole lot of talk whenever this first started, because I know the same internet people you're talking about who immediately a disaster strikes and they're like, "Oh, they're doing this for the World Economic Forum, and the military's in control," and just the insane stuff, right? But whenever this first happened, I'm pretty sure when the fire was still burning, I heard someone talking about the World Economic Forum wanting to turn Maui into a smart island, right? So I just went and tried to look it up to see if I could find where someone was talking about that. And I got that cute little thing that I've sent the picture of to you guys before. It looks like the results below are changing quickly. If this topic is new, it can sometimes take time for reliable sources to publish information.
Just as an aside, something I've noticed in the last month or two, at least on my search, is I'll put in like some words and hit search, obviously using Google, and I'll get there don't seem to be a lot of good responses with your search query and all this, but yet there's 500 million fucking pages supposedly of shit that's directly related to what I put in, and I'm just going, what the fuck is going on with Google? Mm-hmm. It's very strange. Like, I feel like, are there developers dropping the ball?
Are there developers dropping the ball, or is this like is it an AI sort of thing?
Well, I mean, I can't remember who said it, but it's somebody who's in the fucking tech world. And he was like, by the time we know about shit and it's introduced to the commercial market, it's already been being used behind the scenes for years.
Right.
So, it could be a hiccup in AI. And maybe Google's ready to be like, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, if you got some crazy search results, guess what? It was a hiccup in AI, growing pains. How many times did you have to tell your kid no when it was being raised? I mean, which if anybody from Google ever comes out and says that, and we don't immediately go to war with Google as a species, I don't understand what the fuck we're doing with our lives. But that's just me.
All right, John Connor.
I had another point to make about this island shit, and I forget what it was now.
Well, I've heard about the smart cities, mm-hmm. the 15-minute cities. I've heard about those where everything is within 15 minutes worth of walking. I don't understand. How is that a conspiracy theory when there's videos floating around and have been for years? Just like I think it's called The Line. It's a giant fucking structure that they're trying to build, I guess, somewhere in I think it's Dubai. And I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like all these ideas and all these, car-free smart cities where everybody can walk or take not a bus, but a motorized, whatever the fuck. What are they called? Segways. Yes. Whatever the fuck those things are. All that type shit. See, so I've heard about all that shit, and I'm like, okay, so if that's the fucking plan, but like, do we really need to like burn down an entire fucking island in Hawaii level of conspiracy to make this shit happen? Like, isn't that a little bit of overkill?
Well, I figured there's some small city somewhere that would volunteer to do that shit. Would put them on the map.
Boom. Dude, Subway was like, we'll give one person free Subway for life if they change their name legally to Subway. And 1,000 people immediately signed up for it. For free fucking Subway. That's it. That's all you're getting is free Subway to be Subway. That's your name for the rest of your life.
Okay, but also, I'm on PolitiFact right now, right? My favorite website. And they're saying it's talking about this with the turning Maui into a smart city, and how on the little PolitiFact meter that is false, fake news, right? So they say, though, no, there wasn't a smart city conference in Maui, though the concept was among many topics discussed at a conference in Maui in January. So it's just that play on words, you know? So, okay, there wasn't a smart city conference specifically, because that's what people are saying about it, is that there was a conference in Maui to turn Maui into a smart city. And they're like, no, it wasn't that. It was just a conference where that was discussed. Obviously, this is false. I'm not saying the island was burned down to turn it into a smart city. That's not what I'm saying, even a little bit. But it's shit like this that fuels conspiracy theorists. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, gives it air.
It really does. This is supposed to be the thing that is telling you how wrong this is. But absolutely, this is false. There was no smart city conference. I mean, they talked about it there in January, but it wasn't a specific conference. Be more transparent. Anyway, it's just a little soapbox of mine. I talked about other things, including smart cities, just so we can't call it that.
Okay, so, well, but once again, is the fact check? No. Maui was not burned down to turn it into a smart city. Okay, but our smart city and the ideas of smart cities a thing that's being pushed. Where's the fact check on that? I mean, I keep flashing back to the 2020 election and Facebook's idea of fact checking things. And when something was partially true about Biden, it would say mostly true in the fact checking. Mm-hmm. When something was partially false about Trump, it would say mostly false. And it never changed. And I was like, wow. That's interesting. They're framing from the get-go. Whatever.
Oh, and then the other little thing to fuel the conspiracy-minded is the police chief in Maui was also like the director of relations, who was the one speaking in Vegas whenever the Vegas shooting happened. And then he moved to Maui and became their police chief, and now he's having to talk about this.
Oh, he's a crisis actor?
That's the conspiracist theory. Conspiracists? Conspiracy theorists theory?
That's the conspiracy theory's conspiracy. That's the conspiracy theory to the ninth power, what they think, playing 12D chess by themselves in the corner when they're really just smashing their balls with a fucking 10-pound mallet. That's just all they're doing. But yeah, no, we got you. And then somehow, I guarantee you, I'm telling you, the more I dig into these fucking conspiracy theorists, the more I hear their shit, eventually everything slides back to lizard people. And I'm just like, what the fuck is it with lizard people and these fucking I feel like it was 20 years ago, it was Jews. Everything was Jews. Now everything's lizard people. You know what I'm saying? Are
you saying Jews are lizard people?
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
I don't know. I'm not the one. I'm not the one who decides what's hot in the streets with conspiracy theorists. Ask them. I'm just observing this nonsense going, what the fuck is with you people getting stuck on some shit?
Yeah.
Because think about it. JFK happens, right? What did we hear for the next 20 years? Anything that happened in this fucking country, CIA.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else we got on the docket?
We can lighten it up for a second, because
I don't know how we get more light than lizard people and hollow earth and smart cities in Maui. So before we move away from smart cities and the fire in Maui, just real quick, I really fucking hate that these disasters are happening, and despite what's causing them, that there are, God knows how many people displaced. God knows what that island's like right now. And such a large loss of life, and everyone's so busy arguing about the conspiracies and smart cities and how the government did this, that no one's really taking the time to acknowledge or pay attention or give honor to the fact that a bunch of people just fucking died from a really shitty, either natural or slightly unnatural disaster, whichever side you sit on with this, And that sucks. I think that's something that's we've become really disassociated
and disconnected whenever it comes to disasters now.
This is where I want to cue that James Franco being hung meme where he's looking over going, first time.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking 9/11, Oklahoma City, Waco. I'm trying to stay in the 90s, dude. You know what I'm? Well, I mean, and excuse me, so take 9/11 out. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there were all these, and then there was like the natural disasters, like the tsunami that happened in, I think, 2007, 2008.
What about Katrina?
And yeah, and it was like, oh, that was immediately the arguments online started. And Jess, you might be too young to remember this, or you just weren't on this part of the internet at that point in time.
No,
immediately the argument started of this is global warming.
I remember that, but I also remember with Katrina specifically that before everyone really started fighting about this, people were going to help.
No, you're absolutely right.
I'm not seeing shit about anyone going to help. I did see that Biden is going to pay everyone who lost their home a one-time check of $700.
Ooh, gee, thanks, mister.
Yeah. But I'm not seeing, like, the place I worked whenever Katrina happened took up, and it was a restaurant, worked at a restaurant chain. They took up volunteers of people and funded them to go to New Orleans and help. That's the kind of thing we saw then. And it wasn't because we had any sort of affiliation to it or anything. People were helping. And now, like I said, I was hearing conspiracy theories about this shit before the fire was out, when people were still in the water trying not to suffocate.
Okay, well then here's my conspiracy theory about that. My conspiracy theory is that the minute the people saw how fucking the shit looked over there were people that sprung into action to go help. Problem is, the people that really sprung into action to go help didn't stop to make sure that they were videotaping, they had a good angle, the lighting was proper, and it got to all their fucking social media, outlets and to all their followers. You see what I'm saying? And the other people are the type of people who their idea of leaping into action is, let me go online and post some shit and stir the pot.
Right, but like I'm not seeing, whenever disasters happen, and look, I didn't love this. I've never loved this. But whenever disasters have happened, you would go onto like a normal ass website. You would go on to Google, you would go on to Facebook, you would go on to Twitter, and it would be a donate here to send to the people of New Orleans for Hurricane Katrina. There's none of that. There's none, and I mean, again, I don't love that. I'm not seeing the reach for, hey, we need help. How do we help these people? I'm seeing it on micro levels. I'm seeing like small businesses do things, but I'm not seeing, and only a couple. There's just a few that I've seen that do that, but I'm not seeing this big reach of how do we help these people. Instead, we're all just fighting about it whenever this is the worst fire in over 100 years.
So my question at that point would be, is there a way for you to view this news story outside of your devices, which keep you in your artificial bubble?
Yeah.
Like, can you pick up a friend's phone who is like maybe apolitical and look up this story and see? Like,
absolutely, I did. Yes.
Okay. Because like that's the first thing I'm wondering. All right, is it just not being reported, or is it just not being reported to me, and today's algorithm is here for you as an individual? You know what I'm saying? So that.
Well, are y'all seeing it?
No, like I said, I'm not seeing much about it at all.
I was this weekend.
Did you see anything about how to help, though?
Oh, no.
Well, but I can tell. One, I'm not a good person to ask because I do my best to see nothing but what I want to see on the internet. I don't see ads. I don't see none of that shit. So, I mean, like, it's not fair for me to ask. That's why I said, did you go outside of your bubble? Did you look at it on someone else's phone? Look at it on someone else's social media account? Whatever the fuck.
I have. I could do that, but I haven't done that. I'm sorry. I thought I was answering a different question. I could absolutely do that. And I have someone close to me who has very differing political views than I do, that I could ask them about it, or ask just to search on their phone, and that they would have no problem with that. But I mean, you aside, Rich, Chris and I don't have the exact same political affiliations, and we don't look at the same stuff, and I know he doom scrolls. So I mean, if it was somewhere, he should see that too, about the how to go help.
See, here's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying this is I'm not prescribing malicious intent to anything. I'm just saying I haven't seen anything about it, but that doesn't shock me because my algorithm doesn't pump like it knows better than to try to pump like, that type of shit at me, that politicized news story. So I don't see. So as a consequence, since every story is politicized these days, every news outlet has to have a political slant to it. I don't see a lot of news stories. I know that for a fact for me. What I'm asking, that's why I'm asking, have you tried to look outside of the devices that keep you in your fucking social media bubble and see what it looks like? Because I can tell you this, it does look different.
Oh, I know. I do.
That's why a lot of social media has figured out you can't even fucking look at their social media unless you're logged in. They want you to log in because they want the experience to be completely tailored to you via the algorithm. No, yeah. And I don't think that, whatever. People, that's evil. Okay, well, that's marketing in their mind. It's evil in yours. What do you want me to fucking say?
You don't have to participate, like say to those people. Social media ain't like your social security card. It ain't issued to you at birth. Yet.
Yet. But anyway, I just wanted to take the small moment to acknowledge how much that deeply bothers me.
Now, all my questions aside, now that you bring it up, yeah, it does feel like we see very little, like, let's reach out and help our fellow man shit when this stuff happens anymore. I don't know any other way to put it. Like, we don't have, where's the telethons?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Where's text this to give money?
Yeah. No, we don't have it. We just have people literally coming up with theories about why and where to point the finger and who's to blame while the island is still on fire. While people are actively dying, we're on the internet fighting about it. And I hate that.
This is why, well, fair enough, but I'm just going to say that's why I hate most of humanity. That's nothing new. How many people were sitting in the stands talking about mundane bullshit while someone was being disemboweled in a Roman Coliseum, being ripped apart, screaming while they're being eaten alive by fucking tigers and lions and shit?
I bet if this happened in New York or California, it'd be a lot different tone. Just saying.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
This episode is made possible by PwC. It's getting hot out here. Are you prepared for a more sustainable future? Critical climate challenges require critical thinking. Move from theory to action with a human-led, tech-powered approach that can move the needle on the mercury, but also help you build trust and drive positive change for your business and for our planet. ESG is part of The New Equation. Learn more at thenewequation.com. This episode is made possible by PwC. Businesses today face countless risks that could come from almost anywhere. Now, you can stay ahead of the game with our risk management products and proactively manage threats before they become risks. At PwC, it adds up to The New Equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com. That's riskproducts.pwc.com. This episode is made possible by PwC. Risk exists here, there, and everywhere. Whether it's governance, risk management and compliance, cybersecurity, or financial crime prevention, our risk products can help locate and address risks. At PwC, it adds up to The New Equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com. This episode is made possible by PwC. Businesses today face countless risks that could come from almost anywhere. Now, you can stay ahead of the game with our risk management products and proactively manage threats before they become risks. At PwC, it adds up to The New Equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com. That's riskproducts.pwc.com. This episode is made possible by PwC. Risk exists here, there, and everywhere. Whether it's governance, risk management and compliance, cybersecurity, or financial crime prevention, our risk products can help locate and address risks. At PwC, it adds up to the new equation. Learn more at riskproducts.pwc.com.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
All right. Well, now that I've gotten that heavy shit handled, let's talk about what was it? Damn it! It was Girl Dinner, and then the other one. I got to pull it back up.
Girl Math.
Girl Math.
Yes. Which, by the way, I'd like to preface this before we explain it. From the people who bring you, I can't pay my student loan and I'll never own a home, comes Girl Math. Go.
Okay. So, God. Girl Math was a new one for me, okay? Girl Math was... They're breaking down the price of an item by the cost per wear. So if you get an expensive purse or handbag for every day of the year, for example, then it might only set you back a few bucks each time you wear it. It's a way to justify extravagant spending because it's literally like they're using this math as I'm renting this from myself.
It's justifying your stupid purchase. That's really what it is. I mean, because that's how wearing clothes works, right? Hey, this is what I pay every time I wear it. No. And by the way, by their math, Rich, you and I have gotten some tremendous value out of our clothes. I should be getting paid to wear some of my clothes.
Like, seriously, I was looking at a band shirt, and I'm like, oh, my God, if I do the math, this thing's like a twat hair away from 20 years old.
Yeah.
Like, without even trying. I have a vintage band shirt. Wasn't trying. Didn't go to Plato's Closet and find it. Bought it new almost 20 years ago. When I die, you can bury me in it. There you go.
In Girl Math, also, if you buy something on sale, it means that they call that found money, the difference between the original and the sale price, that you can then go put towards something else.
Of course.
Yes. It's TikTok's aim to reframe the narrative around luxury indulgences.
Okay. Do I need to explain to you what a sale is? You're supposed to save money. That's why it is on sale. Not take the money you saved and then dump it into the trash can.
Yep.
Do you see my frustration with this age group? Like, again, they're leading the charge with I can't pay my student loan. And every other fucking article is, I'll never, which, by the way, Gen X was saying, another point for Rich, Gen X was saying the same thing. Oh, I'll never own a home. Home ownership's out of our reach. And then you go on social media and say, hey, here's why I should buy $1,000 handbag.
Gen Z saying that, not Gen X.
Yes.
Yes. Just to be, I was waiting for you to make a point about Gen X. I just wanted to be clear with that, not trying to be nitpicky over anything.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it goes along. The article then goes to say this coincides with TikTok's treat culture, which promotes spending money as a form of self-care, providing a temporary boost during stressful economic times.
Again, you did not invent spending money on yourself.
Right, but it's to give you relief specifically during bad economic times.
Yes, because when you're going through bad economic times, the solution is spend all of your money.
I really do. I keep they're gonna disappoint me. I know they are. I keep going to bat for Gen Z because I do feel for them. I really do. It's a shit time to be starting out. I know we all have our shit. I know we've talked about all of this. I do feel bad for them though. So if you're stuck and looking at living at home for, longer than you want to because you don't have 8 friends that you can go move into a 1-bedroom apartment with so you can pay for it, then okay, you have a purse that you really want and you decide to buy that and you're not putting yourself in massive debt. Okay, you don't have to call it girl math. Just say that you bought a purse, you indulged, move on with your life. We do not have to make up extra vocabulary over that. But I will tell you that something that I've noticed is how many people are buying name brand. How many people are dressing in like freaking Gucci. And I'm like, 18% inflation? Right. Are y'all kidding me right now? Like, I see more people buying or driving new cars. I'm like, how are you doing this? I can't get a new car. How are you?
Well, when you live at home.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but just like, the indulgence is reaching the breaking point. And home ownership right now is wild. It is I don't know if it's the same where y'all are as it is where I am, but there is no such thing as an affordable house where I am. And it's not just the interest rate, it is the cost of the home. You cannot buy a house here. I found a house just searching around for funsies within like 100-mile radius of where I'm at. And it was sitting on a third of an acre. They were asking for $180,000 for this house. And it was burnt out and ripped down to the studs.
Well, that's because you live in a state everybody wants to move to right now.
Well, yes, I do.
You know, supply and demand.
But even expanding the search, because I've done this, I've looked, in comparable states. I've looked in Georgia. I've looked in Alabama. Kentucky is surprisingly cheap.
Yeah, because not everyone wants to move to Kentucky.
Yeah,
not everyone wants to move to Alabama.
No, Alabama is expensive. You can't get a house hardly in Alabama unless you were going to like Deliverance, Alabama. Georgia is astronomical, which blows my mind because they have income tax. So usually that kept their house prices lower than Tennessee's house prices, and that is not the same scenario anymore. But you really can't. Buying a home right now I see it as unattainable. I do see buying a home as unattainable right now. They just don't exist unless you are truly established. And I'm not talking like, you've worked for even 10 years at the same place. I would not be able to go out and afford what a starter home would be right now. I wouldn't be able, if my house got taken from me and I could buy it back, I wouldn't be able to pay back what my house is worth. So that is a thing. And I do feel for Gen Z there. I really do. That's my rant. I do feel for them there. But that doesn't mean we get to start saying that your purse is worth it because it's by the time you carry it. That's dumb.
Okay, well, first of all, there's a few things in play here. There's the fact that you have women in this story, at least, who are treating accessories, purses, shoes, whatever, like they're fucking tools. And they're required for work. It's not required for you to wear a fucking Gucci purse or a Coach purse or whatever the fuck is, considered hotness right now every time you go out. And I guarantee you, if I said that, it'd be like, well, my husband has to buy certain tools from the Snap-on guy. Yes, because he's going to make 6 figures using those fucking tools. Mm-hmm. What are you going to make with that fucking purse? Unless you're going to walk a fucking shift on the stroll or swing around a pole wearing that purse over your fucking arm.
Yeah.
I really don't see how it's going to fucking pay for anything.
Unless you are a fashion model.
Right.
So there's the first... They're already lying to themselves. So sorry, you're not dealing with reality? We're done here. I can't talk to a person like that. I guess I could. I choose not to deal with people like that. Now, luckily, I don't know that many people like that. I do know a few women who are like that, but it was when we were younger, and it's like, you know what? They weren't the brightest bulbs in the bunch, and time has proven me right on that. My concern is that this mindset gets spread by fucking TikTok, gets spread by fucking social media, and this don't give a fuck attitude. Believe me, when Chris and I are Gen X, we know all about the don't give a fuck attitude and what happens when it goes too far. Lane Staley, Kurt Cobain, Shannon Hoon. That's what happens when I don't give a fuck. No, Scott Weiland, Chris Cornell. That's what happens when don't give a fuck goes too far.
I feel that's commitment to the don't give a fuck lifestyle.
It's true. I mean, anyways.
I'm sure video games and heroin are cool. But, till you die.
All right, so there's that. And that, I don't know what to chalk that up to besides we live in a society where it's like I will use whatever, I will cherry pick whatever fucking method, whatever argument from wherever I can find it to get the end result that I want, and so fucking be it. Like, I don't understand treating a fucking Coach purse like it's a goddamn fucking tool you need to work at Detroit Diesel or Chrysler or Ford. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just,
or even if it's an office job, it ain't a fucking laptop.
And once again, let me say this: how are these people adults and no one has told them you're stupid? I mean, because like, okay, the Gorgak, the Destroyer, or whatever, that fucking beastly looking bitch that was on that dating fucking podcast a few months ago, that was like, you know, she was a meme for a hot minute. She's back in the news, and once again, I'm just going, we're dealing with this because her parents lied to her, because people lied to her, because it was more important to lie to her and make her feel good with a lie than it was to tell her the truth. And I mean, I'm looking at what she's working with as, like, she didn't really have a whole lot to work with to begin with. So I don't know what she could have done, but someone lied to that bitch where she's like, I'm a baddie. I can have 90% of the men I want when I want them. And I'm thinking, if you roll over top of them, you fat bitch. Did you fall on an incline and they were standing down from you? Yeah, downhill. Yeah, then yeah, you can roll over top of them. You can get on them motherfuckers, 90% of them, with your fat ass. I believe your fat ass can cover 90% of the dudes on the down fucking slope of the hill.
And what she does is she sets up a good block and just fucking takes them down and gets them that way.
But see, this is why it's like, I've always been like, no, you lying to your fucking child about basic fucking reality, it does fucking ripple out. It does affect us all. Here we go.
Now, with this whole girl math thing, what was it, a couple weeks ago? It was lazy girl jobs, and what was it, girl dinner was the thing. Dinner. Like, yeah. All right, so Gen Z, aren't we supposed to, like, not be, like, making all these assumptions about women? Isn't gender a social construct? Which is it?
I don't think that was Gen Z's fucking thing. I think you have a smaller percentage of people from Gen Z picking up the fucking the flag and carrying it for that type of shit. But that was mostly the tail end of the millennials. Let's be honest here.
Okay, cool. They're on TikTok too. Fine. Same question to them. You're right, Rich. You are correct. Like, you're Gen Z, you're paying some of the millennial sins, but it's all this gendered language, right? Isn't it supposed to be bad? Girl, what's girl math, right? Like, I feel the Gen X response would be, what's girl math supposed to mean? Right? What do you mean, girl dinner? What's that supposed to mean? What happened to that?
Well, here's something that should concern someone like you, Chris. You have the fact that you have young people who are, for whatever reason, buying into this type of mentality. And you couple this, well, I need this purse, and every time I wear it, it's like I can justify it, just like a mechanic would justify the cost of a tool. You couple that with, and I don't think this is anything new in our society. I think it's a problem that's gotten worse as we went along. But consumerism as an act of, like, therapy, like buying shit to soothe yourself. So all this comes together, and what happens? You end up with people who are spending recklessly, going into debt. We know how that story ends. Okay, it ends with a bunch of fucking bill collectors, a bunch of garnishment against your wages, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And what's going to happen? I guarantee you, most of those people are going to be like, capitalism is bullshit.
Right?
Got me in this situation, blah, 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 blah. And now, what do we got? Now we got yet another generation ready to, well, fuck it. Let's tear down the system because I don't have any personal responsibility. That's why you need to care about this. Mm-hmm. And by the way, ridiculing somebody is not caring about it. It's just ridiculing them.
Hey, that's my therapy, Rich. That makes me feel good. And it's free.
Hey, whatever. I've said it plenty of times. It's why I do this podcast. Cheaper than the movie, and it's a lot easier to get into than find a good therapist.
Right. But yeah, I don't understand how getting rid of all of your money makes you feel good. Like, I don't understand it with retail therapy. I don't understand it with gambling. How does this getting rid? Hey, I had some money, now I don't. I feel great. But that's just me.
It's the tiny little dopamine hit you get from making a big purchase like that. That's it. You get a tiny little dopamine hit, and people are chasing that.
Do you understand how much I research a purchase? That if anything's going to cost me over $100, how much I research it? Ask Rich. It took me like 2 months to buy a fucking TV.
Now, I do the same thing. I have you said TV, and that just struck me because I made an impulse buy on a TV recently.
Impulse? But it was, like I said, I planned that shit. You just were like, hey, I want a TV?
Well, no, the one in my... we had a circumstance where I needed a TV. And I was like, well, I could move this one out of this room and put it back in this room and this whole debacle. And then I was like, if I look and I can find a TV for under this big, for under this price, I'm going to get it. And I looked at Best Buy and they were having a sale on the exact TV that I was looking at somewhere else for half off one day only. And I was like, and it was under the price I had set for myself. And I was like, well, in that case, I feel like I kind of have to. So that's how I made the impulse buy on a TV.
Hey, whatever, girl math.
It worked. It was, it's a 47-inch TV? 42 or 47. I don't remember. And I got it for, I think it was $125.
Oh, wow.
And it's a smart good. TV. It's a Fire TV.
That's pretty
so,
good.
like, I can't be mad. That was my impulse buy on a TV. So I felt very called out without you actually calling me out. So I had to confess to the internet that I have done that. But I am the same. I overly research any large purchase. And I make sure I'm getting the best deal, and I make sure that I'm buying it at the right time.
I mean, I'm ready for the ridicule to come back at me. I've had girlfriends and my ex-wife mock me because I won't pay over $50 for shoes.
No, I won't mock you for that. Unless, like, are you talking if you needed some good work shoes? If you needed...
No, my work boots, that's a different story. But no, like my knocking around, my tennis shoes, I won't, or even dress shoes. I'm not paying over $50. First, dress shoes, I wear those motherfuckers like maybe 2-3 times a year.
Yep. Nope, same. I absolutely.
But even you look, you can get a good pair of Nikes for $50.
Well, or you can wait till they go on sale. I love New Balances.
The Nikes that you get for $50 are never on sale. They're just $50.
Yeah.
You just deal with the Nikes you get for $50. Yep. They ain't gonna put that shit on sale.
Yeah, you just go to Kohl's. I mean, I ain't trying to get. I don't buy Jordans. I'm trying to get middle-aged white guy Nike shoes.
I like New Balances, and I have for forever. And I know they're like the signature middle-aged shoe, which is not going with my 29-year-old persona. But I just I've worn them since high school. I love New Balances, but they're expensive. So I will not, like, my New Balances right now have a hole in them, not in the sole, in the top of them. And I will not replace them until they go on sale. They always go on sale in October or November. Always. And I get a great deal on them.
I swear to God, I do not understand the cycle of shit getting popular and expensive and then getting fucking, like, corny and cheap and then popular and expensive. Weren't New Balances the dad shoe that you could get at Kmart for $20 and that's why they were the dad shoe?
Used to be.
I'm talking like less than 20 years ago.
Yeah, they used to be.
Were they?
Now they're expensive.
They were expensive when I was in high school. So they were expensive
20 years ago.
It wasn't that far off of it. Don't make me admit that out loud, but
I go by your last year of high school.
Yeah, but that's
not 20 years ago.
No, but it's close. Don't say it. We're not giving this away. That's private information. It's HIPAA.
Well, next year's my 30th, so how the fuck do you think I feel?
Your 30th birthday? Congratulations.
Yeah.
There you go. Welcome to the dark side.
The skin tag on the back of my neck's been there for 30 years, but no.
But no, I'm with you. I'm not. If you need work shoes, if you are, I tried there for a while running. I'm not a runner. That is not my life. But I stuck with it for a little bit where I was going out, and I say running. That is such a lie. I'm lying to you guys straight to your ears. But jogging. And I was being very consistent in it. And then I decided I was going to get some good shoes for jogging, and I spent probably like, I don't know, $75 on some good jogging running shoes. Like, if you need it, if there's a utility behind it, okay, but also don't wake up and go, I think I'm going to start jogging today, and then I need to go buy my jogging shoes and my shorts and tank top. You know, I mean, like, it's different.
I'm just going to say this. I'm so glad I started playing guitar as young as I did, because it taught me. I bought so many bullshit purchases just to buy guitar shit. It taught me that, hey, man, you don't need new shit all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes your setup is perfectly fine the way it is. Appreciate and be grateful for what you have.
I mean, my last laptop, I ran it till it physically, like, it still runs. It's around here somewhere. It would still fire up. But it just got to the point where, like, it was just running everything so slow. I was like, all right, fine. I give in. You know, I wrote that thing for like 9 years.
Well, I mean, but like, I've applied the lessons I learned with Guitar Gear to other things, like my laptop. My laptop, I can replace the RAM. I can replace the fucking hard drive. I can add hard drives. I can add external hard drives. I can replace the graphics card. I can replace the fucking motherboard if I really needed to and wanted to. I don't foresee that happening. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I made sure I bought something that, one, didn't break the bank when I bought it, but two, was also going to be able to have a longer shelf life because I could upgrade it. And why did I do that? Because I got burned buying so many dumbass guitar pedals and shit when I first started playing because, I got to have something new. And I think the problem is that mentality is now lasting well into people's late 20s. And there's real world consequences that come with that. When I'm 14 and I'm spending my last $15 on a fucking Metal Zone, the only consequence that comes out of that is that I don't eat lunch that week at school. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, there's one of my buddy's kids. All he does is he works a part-time, he has 2 part-time jobs, and all he does is buy fucking sneakers. Every check, he goes out and buys some fucking $300-$400 pair of sneakers. That some of them you don't even wear, which I mean, I get it, but
I don't get that.
Yeah, well, that's also that's also a byproduct of like this collector mentality that we have now. And I kind of blame that on, like, I put I lay that at the blame, or at the feet. I lay that blame for that at the feet of like comic book collectors and baseball card collectors, because now people think everything they collect it, someone will fucking pay big money for it if they hold on to it for 20 years. So you have that type of attitude. So you get people going, I'm going to spend $400 on some fucking shoes and never wear them. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And if in the off chance you can flip them and make a profit, cool, I guess. But are you really going to fucking sell your shit? I mean, if you're a collector, the point is collecting, isn't it?
And are you going to get what you think you're going to get for it? That's the other thing.
Exactly. You know, long story short, I had a dream amp that I had wanted ever since it hit the market and came out. And I was in a position to pick one up well under fucking, because they don't make this amp anymore. And I was in a position to pick it up for well under fucking fair market value for what one was going for. And I did. And I had it for like 2 years. And because it was a guitar amp that was made to be playing in like a venue that at least holds 300 people, I really couldn't open that bitch up, so I sold it, and I made like $50 profit, and I considered myself fucking like, wow, I flipped it. I made a profit on that motherfucker.
You're like, call me Warren motherfucking Buffett.
Exactly. Because I can't count how many people, including myself, have bought gear thinking, I'll just flip it if worse comes to worse, only to take a bath when they got to get rid of it. I mean, it's like I said, these are lessons like, who teaches kids these lessons these days? I mean, like,
TikTok.
Well, let's be honest here. How many fucking like kids have jobs? Now, here's the irony: is that 15-year-olds can work now, like work in a fucking like a proper job environment. There's limited to how many hours they can work a week and what they can do, but they can work. But are there 15-year-olds working?
Not many.
Depends what neighborhood you're in.
So my question, yeah, it does, Chris. But my question is, once again, like, the best way to teach someone the value of something is to go, here you go, you earn it, and you're responsible for it, and if it's gone, it's gone. That's it. Ain't gonna be nobody come fucking say, you have to do this shit. It's on you. And when does that happen for a lot of kids these days?
34.
Well, here's a thought. I don't think if you grow up like blue collar or working poor or lower middle class, however you want to call it and frame it, I think this is something that these are lessons that are inherent with that being born into that lifestyle. It's the middle class and above kids that aren't learning these lessons, and that's the scary part, because I hate to be like, the type person that stereotypes, but in my experience, most people that I'm describing that are like, come from families where they can fuck up and piss away money, they don't have any skills. So if they get into a position where their family is like, we're tired of bailing you out, sink or swim on your own, they all of a sudden, they can't keep their head above water. What happens to those type people? They become a drain on the system. They get stuck into the fucking system.
All I can think of right now is if you can't swim, you're bound to drizzle.
But I'm like, it's ironic that the people that probably are going to do the most damage with this type of fucking reckless spending and mindset are the people who come from money. Because poor people don't have the money to have this mindset. When I see motherfuckers throw packets away, like sauce packets from fucking fast food places and restaurants, I'm like, you ain't poor, bitch.
Right?
If you don't have a package drawer, you ain't poor.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. It's just like Chris and I were talking about. As you get older and like real pain sets in, pain that's like, hi, I'm here till the day you take your last breath. I'm going nowhere. But how it changes your life, and you start to realize there's a lot of people walking around talking shit about, I'm in pain all the time. No, the fuck you ain't. Because when you're in pain, you know what the fuck you are willing to do and not do. And you plan out your fucking day and your life, because if you forget something and you got to go downstairs, you're like, is it worth it? Because it's going to hurt.
Yeah. When my arthritis showed its head a month ago, I had to plan my trips downstairs. That was fun.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, life came up and took a chunk out of your ass, and you made adjustments and acted accordingly. Man, like, these people aren't learning like basic fucking skills you should learn before you're out of high school about don't let money burn a hole in your pocket.
Right. Live
but you know what they
below
are
your means.
They're learning how to rationalize and justify actually going into debt to live above their means. That's the skill set they're learning. What comes with that? The mindset of I'm always a victim. It's always everybody else's fault. The world happens to me. Nothing I do can affect my life whatsoever.
Someone else's fault. I'm broke. Oh, cool. Go count your handbags. Go home and get your fucking handbags.
Well,
we got anything else?
We do. I'm pulling it up. Sorry. We have. Well, okay. No, I want to. Before we lose too much luster, I need to bitch about the Skittles. Just as a hard transition here, Skittles came out with Pride packaging. And I remember, as I was reading this article and getting mad, I remember us talking something about this once before. About how, like, they made the Skittles packaging gray to stand in solidarity somehow. Do y'all remember that?
I think they made it white. Didn't they make them, wasn't there all white Skittles or all white M&Ms one year for something?
I don't know.
I think it was Skittles.
I think it would. I can't remember. This corporate psyop to get us to care about their bullshit fucking product that rots your teeth and gives you type 2 diabetes has slipped my mind. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Okay, I don't give a fuck who it was. Bottom line is I do remember a candy company saying, we're going to do rainbow colored candy. And their shit wasn't all that far off from a rainbow anyways, as far as the colors. And, of course, people fucking got outraged, so they said, okay, fuck it, here's some white fucking candy. Get upset about that.
Yeah. Well, now they have gone on to make these packaging, and they have the gray Skittles again, but with rainbows on them. And it was designed with GLAAD, G-L-A-A-D. I forget what that stands for.
Gay, lesbian, and
acceptance.
Yeah, gay, yes. It's GLAAD, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gay, lesbian, something, acceptance, association, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
But Okay.
LAD's been around since the 90s. We're aware of it.
Okay. So it was designed with some artists in partnership with them. And then they have, like, just the pictures that they have on these. It's Skittles and a sunshine, and it says gay, trans, queer, lesbian. I can't read what that says. Ace? I don't know
that means asexual, people who don't enjoy sex. Okay. Real quick. This ain't about sex. Asexual.
It's
not about sex. Yeah, it's different. Why? Because we need it to be for our arguments to hold up.
So joy is resistance. Love is enough, or love is why. Express yourself. Like, 2 women on the packaging. Why are we needing to make candy, which is typically marketed towards kids, about sexuality? Why do we need to do that? I'm not done with my rant after this, because there's another really important part of this, but, like, why the hell do we need to make candy wrappers? Remember whenever they said vaping flavors was marketing to kids because it smelled fruity and like candy? And candy was associated with children, but now we have actual candy packaging, and we're saying that it is not just for kids. So which one the fuck is it?
Well, no, it's the same argument that I brought up either last week, a couple weeks ago. All our lives growing up, Chris and I heard that no, what you see in the media doesn't really affect you, blah, 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 blah. Now all we hear is, well, everybody needs to see themselves represented on screen, no matter how, how small of a percentage point their demographic is, because that's so important that you see yourself reflected in media, because that's how. Jess, you know what? You know the answer. I think is the truth, and no one wants to hear it. No one knows. What do you believe? You're gonna make it work one way or the other. No one knows what really affects anyone anymore. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone can point to everything that validates their opinion, and they can just as easily disregard anything that challenges their opinion. And that's just what we do now. I don't even know how to go about having a conversation with someone. I don't know their political leanings, because it's such a fucking minefield to navigate.
I do got a couple of devil's advocate questions.
Okay.
Pride packaging, right?
Yes.
That's 2 months ago. Why are we mad in August? Why weren't we mad in June?
Oh, no, this just came out, I think. Yeah, this just happened. This wasn't even for Pride Month or week or what the fuck ever. This is just for funsies. Okay,
so there you go. Shot down that one. But, all right, so their whole shtick is it's a rainbow candy, right? Like, are we surprised they leaned into this? Like, I'm willing to bet there's, like, I'm willing to bet there's a lot more gay people eating Skittles than ever drank Bud Light.
Absolutely. But candy is also typically marketed towards kids.
Like, I understand when you were sitting there going, I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. So I fully understand your point. I'm like, oh, here we go again.
If there was something gun related that even remotely could be seen as being marketed towards a child to get them to want to fire, to be interested in firearms before the legal age of whatever the fuck, it would be the cause du jour in the media right now.
Fair enough. We're talking. Yeah, like if the NRA came out with a candy.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that candy isn't directed at kids.
I'm not
kiss my ass. Not you. The royal you. You know what I mean.
So on one of these bags of Skittles, I have to go on this tiny rant. It says Black Trans Lives Matter. Okay. Do y'all remember whenever we weren't allowed to say anything else mattered? Do you remember that? Whenever it was Black Lives Matter, and you couldn't say anyone else mattered, because then you took away from the Black Lives Matter cause, right? Yep. Because the whole theory was that all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter, and we cannot take away from Black Lives Matter until we acknowledge and address the fact that Black Lives Matter, so then we can say that everyone's lives matter. Y'all remember that?
Well, first of all, I think there's... Go ahead. I think we're about to make the same point. Go ahead, Rich.
To be fair, that was one explanation for why Black Lives Matter needed to be the way. The other one was, which I thought was a better way to explain it, that somehow didn't get pushed as much as the narrative that you're talking about, was When we say save the whales, we're not saying fuck the seals.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, yeah, Black Lives Matter does not mean fuck white people, their lives doesn't matter. Okay, fair enough. We get that. We're talking about black people now. But see, I think the reason that narrative got shot down is because the agreement would have been, if we're talking about black people now, then we need to talk about white people or subjects that you would rather fucking ignore down the road. That's the exchange. And we all know how that went. So, yeah.
So, can I say then that all trans lives matter? Or is it only black trans lives matter? We're in a quagmire here.
No, because they're just going to look at you like you're stupid and go, you know the answer to that. Stop playing dumb. Now all of a sudden, even though they spend all their time calling right-wingers stupid, they're going to expect you to be playing 4D chess with them. And admit that you've been playing 4D chess with them.
Just, I also think you might be overthinking this one a little bit too much, because I think if you write Black Lives Matter, like that's a trademarked name and you got to pay them. And also, I believe right now they're, they have not had a great last few months, last year or so. So I think also right now, like that, you don't want to, I think associating yourselves with them right now in the greatest.
I think the lives matter is what's being co-opted. And you're being hung up on they're talking about black trans. Yeah. What's being co-opted and taken away from the Black Lives Matter is the lives matter part. They're going to go ahead and insert whoever the fuck they want in there. And that's going to be the people that you cannot criticize at that moment in time.
But also, who's going after black trans people? Why are we having to make this a whole thing about black trans lives matter? Because the whole Black Lives Matter thing came up and became to prevalence after George Floyd, right?
Before that. But no,
right.
Before
That's
that,
when it got publicized. That's whenever it became
Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin. That was really the two, whatever.
Well, I think what Jess is getting at with George Floyd, they were like painting it on intersections and shit.
Well,
yes.
Okay. All I can do is pass on information that has been told to me by people who are involved in these circles. I made a comment to a friend of mine who's involved in a lot of these pro-LGBT, like, you know, if you're not an ally, then if you're not with us, you're against us type fucking groups of people. And I was like, you know, what about the fact, why do I never hear anything about this in the mainstream media when it comes to homophobia, which is go to the hood talking that fucking yath and switching bullshit and see what happens. Dude, no one ever talks about that.
There is a story, I think it's from 2 weeks ago. I think it was in New York or it was in Brooklyn. Gay black teenager got stabbed to death. And for being gay. He was being told by his assailants, we don't like you dancing, we don't like your lifestyle. No, I didn't hear about it.
Assailants were black too?
Black Muslim assailants. If that would have been a gang of white kids, holy shit.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's back to our communities talk. That's two communities at once. That's a two for hate crime.
My point was that I brought that up to my friend, and she's like, "No, you're wrong. That is a very hot button topic in these communities." And I'm like, "Why is that not on the mainstream media?" And she goes, "You know why? Because if that type of infighting was to be on the front page of the newspaper, everybody who would all the wrong people would use it to tear down the LGBT community." And I'm like, so we're just admitting that we're just hiding reality, omitting truth.
Well, nice faith in your cause. It's built on that shaky of a fucking foundation.
Yeah.
Well, dude, explain to me how. Whatever. Yeah. You're not dealing with people who have really thought a lot of shit through. Okay? We want social programs. We want cradle to grave government take care of us in every way means possible. Who's going to pay for it? The millionaires, the billionaires. Okay, so how are we going to get the money from? Tax them till they're no longer billionaires and millionaires. Okay, who's going to pay for it once there's no more billionaires and millionaires? The rich people. Idiot.
Yeah, right.
Moron. Who's rich? The government got rid of rich people. You think the government's going to give you a cut of their fucking pie now?
Ha ha ha.
Morons. I know reading is hard, but pick up a history book. Anyways. Oh, God.
They threw us their little pittance during the pandemic, right? To show that, we care, kind of. No, they just wanted commerce to keep moving, so they could all still have jobs. Because without commerce moving, what has Congress really done in our lifetime? Significant.
Lie to us about abortion being a settled law and sit on that for what, 40 some fucking years? I don't know. And what else? I mean, that's the biggest thing I can think of that they fucking done. It's like none of them need jobs, as far as I'm concerned. After that, everyone who is an elected official at that point, and everyone who's complicit in that, see ya. And you're lucky that we're not holding to what the Constitution says we do to traitors.
Another question I had just popped into my brain this week. How many years did we hear about the illegal war? There's an illegal war being waged over oil. Well, we're a year and a half into this Ukraine thing. Tabs running. Why are we there other than Putin's bad?
Isn't that exactly what people said? This is a proxy war. This is a way for American arms manufacturers to get their fucking goods into a war without having to send American boys to die using those goods. So proxy war. Mm-hmm. I mean, it took half a decade for us for not us, but it took half a decade for people to be like, in the media, to be like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Iraq, yeah, we were lied to, and yeah, that was a war about oil, and boy, we were wrong. Sorry about that. Anyways, how about that housing crisis? Right. 2003, 2008, 5 years. If you weren't following along at home, I know you were promised there was going to be no math. You were lied to.
I don't know. I still wonder. Like, there was whispers about Joe Biden and, in nonsense with Ukraine, and then he gets into office, and all of a sudden Ukraine is our top dog, and we got to defend him because Putin's bad. Like, what are we protecting over there? What interests does our government have over there that we're like, nah, man, we gotta roll. Just it's one of those chin scratching things. Like,
Yeah.
All right. Well, what else do we have?
Y'all had some Michigan news.
I mean, we don't have to.
No, don't want to go into Michigan.
Nah, this is.
Like I said, I couldn't read those.
A lot of times, me doom scrolling.
Ah, gotcha. Well, heck, Michigan news then. Okay, this caused a lot of controversy with the people I talked to about it. It's the article about Billie Eilish.
Oh, the first song she learned
to play.
That's all I said. I said because there was a headline that had the word learnt in it. Learnt is not a word.
Okay, and yet I said this to people. I tried to tell the people around me about this, right? And they're like, "No, that's totally a word. That's normal. That's they're using it correctly." So I don't know if there's some big scheme here to gaslight me or what. But everyone I talked to, it was 3 people. I don't talk to that many people. But everyone that I talked to was like, no, that's correct. It's just uncommon use. But yeah, that's totally correct. And then they're like, it's British. And I'm like, this is the Rolling Stone.
I'm looking at the definition from the Oxford Language Dictionary, and it says past tense learnt, past participle learnt. Have I been saying learned? Is learned been wrong all this time?
No. Learned is also correct. They're interchangeable.
Because there's learned behavior. Believe me, I would love for the whole fucking psychology fucking community to have been walking around using improper English for at least 30 years that I would know of. But yeah.
Okay. According to Grammarly, learned is the generally accepted way of spelling it in the United States and Canada, while the rest of the English-speaking world seems to prefer learnt for now. So I guess we're the fucking weirdos here in North America. Well, no, apparently Mexico would say, keep us out of this. Well, no, they don't speak English, so I'm fucking mad. Huh.
Yep.
Learnt.
So that's...
Cool. Yump to?
That is our norm now. But I was just as, I could not get over that being written because, are you serious?
Yeah, I thought it was I learned a song on guitar. Hey, I learnt this song. It sounds like your neck of the wood, Jess. Sorry.
No, it does. You're absolutely correct.
You ripped a man's jaw off. I seen it.
Yeah, exactly. I seen it, and then I learned how to do it.
But yeah.
So I guess I'm wrong. I thought there was just terrible grammar in an article, and I guess this whole time you've been allowed to say learnt.
But okay, you're allowed to say a lot of things. That doesn't make it, that doesn't make it okay.
Right. It's still not Italian. If you say Italian your whole life, you're still saying it wrong.
Oh my God. Okay, dude, the amount of people. Wow. I run into on a day-to-day basis who Italian and Arab, and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, my heritage, you know how, Arab, like, okay, fine.
Like right to your face too.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like walking up to a 42-year-old black man going, "Hello, Negro."
But I think I demonstrate right there what I've been saying for years. Words have the power, you give them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, someone comes, I don't give a shit. Some people call me sand nigger. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Cool. Like, it's a name. Like, if you allow to get yourself bent at it, you're the one causing the trauma, in my opinion. Like, you're the one letting them do that too.
Oh yeah, I used to have a few words you could call me or fucking dress me as that would be like, oh really? Oh okay. So you just want to fight today. You just woke up today and were like, I want to get into a fucking physical confrontation, and you just picked me. Okay, cool. Let's do this. But then as I got older, I was like, you know what? I don't really have to do that. Once again, you there?
Yeah. It's the Eminem mentality, man. Hey, I'm whatever you say I am. It's kind of how I am now. Everyone sees me. I'm white, middle-aged, shaved head. Hey, assume what you want, buddy.
Yeah, but there's nothing about you in your shaved head that indicates that you shaved your head because you're trying to audition for American History X Part 2.
Well, I was told my attire for work is rather skinheady because I wear shorts and boots. But I need waterproof shoes. It's fucking hot.
You mean like half of every construction person and landscaping person I've ever fucking seen?
It's hot. I need foot protection. Like, fuck off.
Okay. And they're not even like black fucking boots with like red fucking laces or white laces. They're just work boots, dude. They're just normal ass brown work boots. Skinheads don't wear that.
But apparently,
oh my God,
I'm saying put them on the curb in my spare time.
But see, you know what this is? This is ignorance of this is people going, I know white culture. Why? Because you watched a movie that was made 40, 50 years ago, and you think it somehow still applies. Really? So I can watch fucking Shaft, and that's a reflection of the black culture right now in 2023.
Jess, I've seen Gone with the Wind, so I can just assume that's how you live
in the South. Yeah,
of course. Although we're really more Larry the Cable Guy down here, but that's fine.
But see, this is. Oh, so you're only 20 years behind the times. Well, book me there. I had fun 20 years ago.
Yeah, right. Ecstasy was still uncut and readily available. Yeah.
What cavemen they were, Jesus. but no, man. I mean, all right. Let's keep it lighthearted. All right. So what else do we have?
Not much. We have the Earth had its hottest July in 174 years.
Oh no! What?
So wait a minute. So that means 174 years ago, it was as hot or hotter than it was this last July.
We're killing the planet.
Was it cars? Were we driving too much all back then?
No, we weren't.
Was it all the rockets we were shooting to the moon and up into and satellites we were putting up so people can have their smartphones, and all the mining and strip mining we're doing for batteries?
Was it all the fossil fuels we weren't burning?
I'm just wondering because, I mean, has to be, right? There's no way that the world was this hot 4 years ago?
Yep.
And it cooled off, and then it got back this hot again.
1849 is 174 years ago, for those of you keeping track at home. Yeah, people are still riding horses where we're living.
That's what it was. All the fucking carbon monoxide.
Yeah, horse farts.
That's what it was. So when cars were invented, we got a reprieve, and that's what lowered the temperature of the planet for a minute. But then the proliferation of cars has now it's just as bad as if the horses and the cows were farting again 174 years ago. I swear to you know what we better do? We better pass a tax on the middle class in America so this global warming stops. We'll let China and India still do what? 50-60% of the fucking damage to this fucking planet, that's fine. Middle class Americans, those are the people that need to pay for this.
Yeah, dude, we're the ones who fucked it all up.
Yep.
Remember at the beginning of the month? Hostile first ever. Hostile 4th ever. And now it's Hostile since 1849.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, okay, so let's go back 500 years. I'm sure that they weren't fucking tracking the weather with as much accuracy as we have now. So how many fluctuations and how many hottest Julys ever did we have in the last 500 years? I mean, it stands to reason if it could happen twice in 100 and less than 200 years, that it would have happened at least, one more time?
I don't recall in second grade for me, dinosaurs swept the nation. I don't recall seeing them driving around in cars. Just saying, they were just dinosauring, being dinosaurs, and the planet just said, hey, guess what? No more dinosaur. That's going to do the same with us. When the planet has decided, I'm done with these hairless apes, it's fucking over. Like, did we not have a reminder 3 years ago, nature is always in charge? Fucking brought the planet to a stop for 3 months.
Yeah, it is. We dropped 2 nuclear bombs to end World War II. And you know what I'm saying? And the world wasn't as affected as a virus that was a little bit more deadly than the fucking average house cold to people who have fucking fuck ton of pre-existing conditions. Kind of puts things in perspective, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, what's taking out more? COVID
what are we really afraid
bomb?
of? Well, those bombs were small. Those were baby bombs compared to what we have now. So, I mean, I think, wasn't it less than 250,000 total? So, I mean, if that's the case, yeah, worldwide, yeah.
And to answer your question, Rich, I believe the answer is the unknown. I think that is one of the things that all of us hairless apes have in common, no matter where we are on this rock, is, something showed up that we didn't know about. All 7 billion of us went, shit, for at least a couple months.
Yeah. Well.
We got all philosophical on you at the end there. Man, we haven't had a dick joke in a month. We're off our dick joke game. We'll have to remember to start working those back in.
Was that the dick joke?
It is now. See, got you to do it again.
Damn, it was a good one. It was worth it.
All right, streak's back on. All right. So, on that note, on all social media, we are at Gen Exhausted Pod. I think the world's finally accepted its X now. I've heard a lot more people just calling it X, Threads, Facebook, Partridge, Pear Tree, whatever. It's Gen Exhausted Pod. And ChristopherMedia.net is where you go. If you'd like to help us out, you click on the PayPal button and you can toss us a couple bucks, like Dawn. Dawn always showing up. Every time I think Dawn has fallen off, I get an email. No, Dawn has not fallen off. It's just, me and time, my weird perception of time. But if you want to help us out, hit the PayPal button at ChristopherMedia.net. And wherever you listen to the show, if you have the ability to rate, review us, please do, because reviews and ratings are how people find things now. So if you could do that for us, please and thank you. I appreciate you listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Later, guys.
See ya.
On a long, lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out his one old song. You can think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do, and you don't feel much like riding. You just wish the trip was through. Here I am on the road again. There I am upon the stage. There I his last cigarette, remembering what she said. What she said.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.